Welcome to our podcast, Preparing Your Home for Market. My name is John Tronis, and I will be your host. To my left is Julie Tronis. Julie is a realtor and a broker at RE/MAX Results, a prominent real estate firm here in our area. Julie has sold over 1,200 homes, and she often ranks in the top 1% at RE/MAX Results in Minnesota, the United States, and internationally. She'll be sharing her experience with a lot of helpful tips that will be valuable for helping you prepare your home for the market. Next to Julie is Noah Hatsum. Noah is formerly a realtor, but he now works in the corporate side of things, where he is climbing the ladder as a director of a prominent software company. He manages a team both here and internationally. Now, Noah does have some remodeling experience, but predominantly he is here to share his point of view from the buyer's side. Now, Noah also just happens to fit the target parameters for the target buyer of this very home that we are in.
That is correct. And this is John Tronis. John Tronis works for NTC as a creative director, and he is also a professional actor and musician. And I am actually privileged to have both of these individuals here because they are extraordinarily important to me. John Tronis is my brother. Noah Hatsum is my son. So thank you so much for being here today, and we look forward to sharing some valuable tips for you.
Today, we're going to be sharing some practical tips for preparing your home for sale. But first of all, Julie, can you explain to us why we are in this home?
Absolutely. Thank you, John. We are in a lovely colonial home in a beautiful neighborhood. And the reason we're in this home is because it is basically a time capsule. There hasn't been a lot of updating. It was built in the 1950s, very well built with so much character. But you know, today's buyer is actually looking for more. I think Noah could help us with that.
Yeah, you know, Aaron and I really want an open floor plan where we can cook with the family all around us. We can interact with each other. We can see what the kids are doing on their screens. And this home is being developed that way, as I understand it.
Absolutely.
And this home will be perfect because it's got a mudroom right off the garage. Kids can put their shoes there instead of underneath me when I'm carrying a hot boiling pot of pasta water across the kitchen. So I won't be flipping around on shoes. It's perfect.
And what Noah is referring to is exactly what we're going to do here. This is a lovely home, and it was perfect for the family in the 50s and 60s, 70s, and so on. But now today's buyers, they really want that mudroom. They want a space between the garage and the kitchen for sure. So that's what we're doing. We're taking the original kitchen and we're bringing the laundry room into that area, as well as several lockers for the children and so on. And then we are using the addition that was built 20 years ago, which now takes care of the family room and an informal dining area. But we're going to actually take that informal dining area and create a kitchen from scratch. So we're excited about that because we're going to have a large island and all kinds of different features involved there. And then your comment about wanting it to be a nice open floor plan, I believe that's really important as well. And so we are actually removing the wall between the addition, which is where the family room is, and the den. And the den has a lovely fireplace that's now going to be part of the family room. So you're probably wondering, well, why in the world would you remove a main floor den? Doesn't make sense in our day either. But we also have a formal dining room that so many people don't need anymore. So we're opening up a wall, and we're going to have just an area that you can use as a formal dining room. You can use it as a main floor den. You can use it as a playroom. Otherwise, we have 5 bedrooms upstairs now and 3 bathrooms. So we can easily use one of those as a den as well. One of the things that I thought was so wise on the part of the prior owners is that they not only added a primary suite on top of the family room addition, but they excavated underneath So now there's all this great storage space or space for a theater.
And I was just going to say
Yeah.
that it's perfect to have some unfinished space in the basement because I've got a wood shop that I need a place for that.
So Noah, I'm thinking that when all of the renovations are done, you and Aaron and the kids should be moving in here.
Well, it depends on how
Sold,
Julie Tronis
sold.
decorates it. Our styles are a little different.
I know exactly what you mean.
You know, that is a great point. We do have different decorating tastes, but that's why it is so important when you are figuring out who is the target market for your home. Make sure you decorate accordingly. That's very important. It can not only make a difference on how long your house is on the market, but also even it can affect the price. So make sure it's timeless and neutral.
So Julie, what is the very first step when preparing our home for the market?
The very first step is to contact a strong realtor in the area and ask for a price analysis. Now, you want a price analysis on the current condition as well as what they think it would estimate out at once all the improvements are done. So now, obviously, you're going to have to give that realtor an idea of what improvements you're thinking about, but that'll really help you to know what is the ceiling for price in your neighborhood. So make sure that you know the numbers very well. And it's always wise to be more in the middle part of the range of your neighborhood instead of way at the top.
That makes a lot of sense. So what is the next step?
After that, you look at your budget and you want to figure out how much do I have to spend on this project? And then you kind of delineate out the most important projects to the least important projects. Noah, you know something about this.
I do. You know, when finishing part of our basement, I had to leave part of it unfinished for my wood shop, right? So we first designed our vision. We made a plan down to the smallest detail. Then we carefully made a list of each of the products we needed so that we could get the budget, research pricing, and then we prioritize those improvements, listing them from the most important to least important, a little pro-con if we needed to prioritize and remove things. And then we would check out the latest, at least 3 sources for different products to get different prices and variable qualities, different products.
Let's say that sellers don't have any time to take on the research or try any of the remodel themselves. Where do they go from there?
Well, they research contractors, searching for reputable contractors or builders who are licensed, very important, and bonded, and have excellent recommendations online or even folks who they have done work for. And so you ask them for a list of their clients so that you can talk with them. And sometimes when they have active projects, you can go and review those and see how their process works from start to finish. And so, when you're talking with the clients of the contractors that you're researching, there's a few questions that we like to ask. Did the builder finish on time? And if not, why did they not finish on time? Was it because you added projects that just took more and more time and added to the overall project? Or was it the builder schedule, the on off for months at a time? Figuring those things out are really important because when you walk into a place, you can only see what you can see, what's been done. But you don't know those details of the in-between and how that process really played out. Another question is, did the builder come in on the budget? Are they hitting those line items? Are they getting the right products for you, the quality, and putting it in right? And if they're not coming in on budget, why not? And then the third question is really understanding how it was to work with these people. Was it a good, smooth experience? Did they communicate well, clear, quick? Or was it slow and hard to understand what the process was? And you want to figure those things out because it's very important to have somebody that you can work well with, not just the end result.
Right. I think one of the key questions is, would I hire them again?
Oh, Yeah,
That would help.
that sums it up.
Yeah, it kind of sums it up. Yeah.